Hi, I'm Kelly from Kelly J Jewellery, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this pendant. Something a bit different for you this week. I've put a list in the description below of everything you'll need to make this one. Also, there are affiliate links to all of the tools that I use and the bobbins, and there's a link to my Etsy shop where I've got all my jewellery for sale and my other PDF tutorials, and my Facebook page and my Etsy page if any of you would like to come and join me on those other platforms. I'd love to see your finished work that you make from my tutorials. Jump on over to Facebook and share a few pictures of what you've made. I would really love to see it. To make this pendant you'll need 1.5mm wire, that's 14 gauge, and I've cut one length at 7 inches, that's 18 centimetres. You'll need 0.8mm wire, that's 20 gauge, and I've cut two lengths at 7 inches, that's 18 centimetres, and one length at 4 inches, which is 10 centimetres. You'll need a jump ring, mine is 10mm outside measurement, an 8mm bead, and two 3mm beads. And my weaving wire is 0.315mm, that's 28 gauge, and you'll need approximately 100 centimetres. That's my dog snoring already, so we're off to a good start. Tools, got standard pliers, round nose pliers and wire cutters. There are links to all of my tools, affiliate links, in the description below, so if you're thinking about buying tools or you just want to have a look at which tools I use, please check out the links. So we're going to start with the 1.5mm wire, the 14 gauge, and if you find the centre point, and we're going to start to bend this wire into a nice shape. So my shape is it crosses over at 4.5 centimetres. Because you can make it any size you like, but this is the size I'm going to go for. Try and get it nice and even. As the wires cross at the top here, we want to bend them out. So now we've got this shape. And I'm going to be using my old wire cutters because I don't want to blunt my good ones. But we need to cut these ends now. So on the left side I'm going to cut at 2.5 centimetres. And on the right side, just a rough measurement where the bend is, I'm going to cut at just under 2. So the right side is shorter than the left side, but that's what we've got so far. So I forgot to mention I'm going to be using bail pliers to curl the top of this. If you use your round nose pliers, you're likely to kill them. So it's best to use something more sturdy. So I'm going to use my bail pliers. I'm going to go around the smallest size. And I'm going to curl that, oops, around. Like that. And then the shorter one I'm going to curl the other way. So again, I'm going to go around the smallest size of the bail pliers. It is really quite tough to bend this thick wire. So I want one to sit higher than the other. So that's what I've got so far. So take your weaving wire, which is going to secure this top piece together. So I'm just going to wrap 3 times around the bottom part of this thick wire, and then I'm going to go around both. I'll do that 3 times. Then I'll go 3 times around that bottom wire again. That'll hold it all nicely together. So I just need to cut these wires. Flatten them down. So take your 2 pieces of 0.8mm wire, that's 20 gauge, and take your weaving wire, and we're going to need about 100 centimetres, so measure halfway through, so measure up to 50 centimetres, and that's where we're going to start on the weaving wire, and we're going to start with 3 wraps around the bottom wire. So we're starting halfway through our weaving wire. Make sure that is in the centre. It's so we can carry on weaving in a bit from the other side. We've got a nice length of wire on there. So we'll go around both wires 3 times. And then we'll wrap 3 times around the bottom wire. So now we're going to do a figure of 8 type weave, and we need these wires to come away from each other. So we're going to bend them both out, and we need them to come right the way out to reach to the edges of this frame that we've made already. A bit awkward to show you, and I'm knocking the camera as well. Not a very good start. So when you're happy with your shape, you're going to carry on weaving over these wires, and you've got to try not to pull them together as you go. So we'll go over the opposite wire, and then we'll go around that wire 3 times, then we'll come over the opposite wire, and we'll go around this bottom wire 3 times, over the opposite wire, and around it 3 times. So that's our repeat. Over the opposite wire and around that wire 3 times. And as you're working, be careful not to pull your wires together. You want to keep this nice shape. So I've continued that weave to where the wires come apart. And if I position it against my frame, that's where I want it to sit. So now we need to shape the bottom of the frame. So I've bent those wires going out as well. and I'll continue with this wire doing the same weave as we did for the top one. So I've added repeats on the bottom part too. So this will sit like this against the frame now. I'll cut my weaving wire at both ends. Position that where I want it to be, and then I'm going to bend these wires around the frame. And I want it to be quite even, so I'll do both sides together. And I'll do the bottom at the same time. So as soon as that's fixed onto the frame, now we can have a play with these wires to the sides here. I'm going to put a nice little curl on this side. Then I'll post it through to the back. And then I'll pull it back around. Like that. I'll do something similar on this side. Pull it round into a loop. Post it through. Bring it over. Put an arc in it like that. Hold it in place. This is quite tough on your fingers. Post it back round. So we've got a similar shape on each side. On the bottom there, I'm going to bring it around to make a curl, and then I'm going to post it through from the back. So I've got that. I'll do the same on this side. Take it round in a curl. And post it through to the back. So we've got some pretty little curls happening with the wires at the bottom. I'm just going to bend them around and secure them to the base frame wire. So I'm just grabbing that to bend it around. I'll do the same with that one. And with these little wires, take my round nose pliers and I'm just going to curl them around a little bit. Little curl on the front there, and this one's got to go the other way. Then you want a little curl on there. I've decided on a better bead layout. I'm using a 5mm moonstone bead and two 4mm copper beads. And I'm going to sit them across the top there. So I've put them onto the shorter piece of 0.8 20 gauge that we cut earlier. I'm going to add those there at the top to make sure it's all central, positioned on your wire. And we'll just attach that. We're wrapping around on both sides. And I'll do the same for the other side. So I've simply wrapped the wire around both sides to attach the beads. And now I'm going to add a little curl at the top. You can do whatever you like with this wire really. So I put a little arc in there. Pull it back around like that. And I shall finish that off with a curl there. It is very testing on your fingers, this. So I'll do the same on this side. Scoop it out. Post it through. If you want to make it a bit easier on your fingers, use a longer bit of wire. Then you've got more to grip onto. Cut those off because I'm just going to put little curls on those. So now I take my round nose pliers, I'm going to curl these wires now. The other one's a little bit in the way, so we'll reposition them better in just a moment. And we're nearly done. Add my jump ring, but I need to close this ring because my pendant could fall off. So we need to close that ring really. And I'm going to close this one up a bit more as well. So there we go, I've added my jump ring. It's all finished. Something a bit different for you this week. I just need to oxidise that. So thanks for joining me today, and don't forget to subscribe.